Hey, good evening and welcome to Phil Waybright Gymnasium. We're going to start off with a little bonus coverage here tonight. The JV is in action right now, taking on the Lady Comets, and right now we got about 2 minutes left here in the game. The Lady Dragons are up 29-14, and we're just going to let the camera roll here and get you some coverage and let all you folks at home get reaccustomed to the hardwood here for a minute. And we'll join you back here in just a minute when we get going with the varsity action.
Make mine a double. Condemn the comments. She still can't dribble. Look at that.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome from Phil Waybright Gymnasium, the home of the Argos Dragons. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's coverage on RTC4.com. Good evening, everybody. Steve Stricker here alongside Andy Stone.
Hello, and here we go.
Andy, we got the band back together here tonight. We got Phil Dean running the camera for us, just like the good old days. And we're getting set to open up the 2017-2018 Lady Dragons basketball season. And I know how you feel when we're talking the start of soccer season, because this is the way I feel right now. My heart is in the gym, and right now it's getting set to get going. The Lady Dragons facing the Lady Comets from Caston High School. Both teams starting their seasons here this evening, and should be a good one here on tap for you tonight. What we got going on here, I've got a nice little interview that I did with Coach Teal the other night after the scrimmage with the CGA Lady Eagles. Really, Andy, I didn't see you there, but really, I thought the Lady Dragons looked good there the other night against the Eagles, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But right now, I want to go right into it. It's the first ever edition of the Coaches Show with Argos Lady Dragons head coach Gary Teal. Here we go. All right, welcome everybody. Steve Stricker here alongside Coach Gary Teal, the head coach of the Argos Lady Dragons. And what we're doing here is the first of, hopefully we can do a weekly coaches show, if you will, with the coach of both schools, or both boys and girls teams, and just kind of look back on what the teams were doing the week before and kind of look ahead to what the teams are going to be doing this week. So this is the first of the year, so I'd like to take a look back at last year's season, if you will, and then just kind of get a little preview of what we got coming up with the team this year. So first off, last year, 2016-2017, obviously another great season for the Lady Dragons. Finished up at 22-3 and had a lot of big milestones. They won their second straight Winter Classic, second straight sectional. And you also had another nice record that you guys did with a 16-0 start, which is the best that's ever happened for a Lady Dragons program.
Right.
So just give us your thoughts on the 2016-17 season.
Well, it was an outstanding season, following the state runner-up finish in, 2016. And the kids really did a great job. Defensively, we ended up number one in the state, defensive average as well. And then to, set a school record with a 16-0 run to start the season was great. And mixed in there was a big win over Michigan City Marquette. At the time, they were ranked number one in the state, and we defeated them here. And that was a big win for us, and we ended up being ranked after Christmas break. They took 3 weeks off, but January the 8th, the Argos Lady Dragons were rated number one in the state, and undefeated at that point, 16-0, and that was really a special thing to be, ranked number one as well. And just a great bunch of kids, a great season. It's just those two seasons back to back, just set the tone, and I hope our kids this year, buy into the defense and continue to play great defense, because when you don't shoot the ball well, you've got to, play great defense. And so I'm just an outstanding, like I said, bunch of kids. Courtney Dunlap set a bunch of records, all-time leading scorer, season leading scorer, all-time career assists maybe, all-time career steals possibly. I mean, she just set a bunch of records for us. Just a great kid, great competitor. Anna Barlow, the second of the sisters, had a nice senior season. She broke the single season, block shot record. for a game up at Westville. She had, I think, 12.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
12.
it was 12.
And then Macy, tied the threes record at 6. Just put on an excellent shooting exhibition against our game against Oregon Davis that we lost by 3, 50-47, but just did a great job there in tying that record. And, the seniors over that 4-year period, I noticed you have it written down there, were 69 and 26, and that's just an excellent record for those seniors.
Yeah, 69 and 26 for 4 years, and the last 2 years were 46 and 7.
Yeah.
So it was a great 2-year stretch there. Hopefully, it's not done by any means. But,
exactly.
I kind of wanted to tie in what those girls had done over their careers, and so here we are. You're getting set to start your 6th year here at Argos. 80 and 37 in the first 5 years. Great record there. 18th season coaching overall.
Oh.
And 238 and 147 in your first 17 seasons. So congratulations on that. That's, quite the accomplishment. 80 wins in 5 years here at Argos. That's something to be commended.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
All right. So, you said goodbye to 6 wonderful young ladies at the end of the season last year.
Right.
4 of those were starters for you throughout the year. So take us into this year, 2017-2018. Got 3 seniors with, Macy Stricker, Rachel Kuntz, and Abby Manikowski. And, we just got done here as we're taping this with the scrimmage with the CGA Lady Eagles. And I thought things went pretty good for you.
I was very pleased. As you go in, you have with the 3 seniors in our, we have 10 out of our 13 players are underclassmen. So, we got a lot of young kids, and they got to learn the situations, and they have to learn how to play our defense the way we want it played. And for the first 2 weeks of practice, with all the things going on, and starting over fall break, in the first 11 practices we only had twice did we have everybody there.
Right.
So I didn't know what to expect today because we really just hadn't had that much time together as a complete team, and I was very pleased with our defensive effort today. I thought we did a great job there. There's things we need to work on, of course, blocking out, grabbing that ball with 2 hands instead of trying to get a loose ball off the dribble and then losing it again. I felt like, offensively we did a pretty good job. They did setting up the offense and being patient when they needed to be, and I thought they did a good job running the floor when we want to run the floor, because we don't want to be a half-court offensive team. That's not what I like to get up and down the floor and take advantage of your speed, your quickness, the kids that you've got, and fast break as much as you can, under control, of course. A couple times we threw the ball away, but that's understandable with the scrimmage game. And I felt they did a good job with that. We just have to, once again, there's a lot of things we need to improve on and get better at. We need to raise our level to a higher level on, things like that. But for a scrimmage game, I thought really it was a good effort out of our kids. They never quit. They never gave up in any quarter. And really just those 8 kids that played today all did a really nice job. But like you said, we have the 3 seniors with Macy coming back. She's a 4-year starter. And, we're expecting big things from Macy and expecting her to, bump that average up to double figures, we hope, maybe 12, 15 points a game. And, she's an excellent outside shooter, and we just need to get her, in that position where she can hit those outside shots and shoot them with a lot of confidence. I thought Abby Manikowski today, too. She's going to be a guard spot. Abby can hit you some threes out there sometimes, and really did a pretty good job today taking care of the basketball. Then Rachel Kuntz, this is her first, she's had to play behind Kaylin and Anna, and this is her first chance to be a starter. So I thought she performed well today. She's been doing well in practice and open gyms, and I think she will keep improving as the time goes along. I thought Morgan Dunlap brought her game today to play. And that's big when she brings her game to play defense and really play it tough and hard and get some good steals. She made some good wide open drives to the basket, and that just helps the whole team. And I thought she did a good job defensively. We want to make sure that we put a lot of pressure on the ball, and I thought she did a good job with that too. So another person I think in sophomore is Macy Morris. We're kind of looking hopefully to have a breakout season for Macy Morris. She's an outstanding talent. a big, tall guard, basically. You know, she's got guard skills at 5'9", 5'10", and she's a good outside shooter. So I thought today she did a good job, you know, shooting the basketball. We just need to get her a little bit stronger underneath and things like that. But that just takes time. I mean, this is her, basically, other than the summer, this is their first experience at the varsity level when, you know, even though it's a scrimmage game, it still counts as, you know, how you do. And then I thought Cagney Hoffman come in and did an outstanding job. She's a little fighter. That's what we like about her. She's not afraid to, one of the littlest kids on the court, but she's not afraid to stick her nose in there and jump after that ball and dive on the floor. And, you know, she got a couple good buckets today and on drives to the basket, and we're really happy with her play. We feel that she can add a lot to the team, you know, with her defensive skills. We brought in Kaylee Carlton for Rachel today. Kaylee's a junior. Hasn't had the varsity experience, but you know, we spotted her 2 or 3 minutes every quarter, and once again, she's another one where she is not afraid to bump somebody. So she's going to be tough underneath rebounding wise. We just need to continue to work on that finesse part of finishing under the basket, and she's the kind of kid she's willing to learn, and she's going to work hard at that. And then Chandel Parker, another junior, we played her in 3 quarters. You know, she's 5'7". She's pretty good size, and she's going to give you pretty good defense. I think she can shoot the ball really well. We just got to get her open to shoot the ball. And today she had a nice backside rebound, and she put it back in. So I think you know she might be able to help us down the road and just giving 2 or 3 minutes here and there as a junior. Our freshman today we Ashley Barlow, which is Kaylin and Anna's sister. She's 6 foot. We have Sydney Shepard, a nice guard. We have Maddie Vanderweel, who's a nice guard at a nice size as well. And we have Emma Swathwood, who can shoot the ball really well from the outside. So those 4 freshmen dressed today, and we did not get them into the scrimmage game, but they were able to play in the JV quarter. And I see some of those kids helping us down the road too, as they get more into it and time goes by here in the season. And we have a new player, Millie Anderson, who played last year for us. She moved in, and Millie was able to come back to practice this week. And then Madison Barkus, who unfortunately has a knee injury, would have been playing for us, but she's going to be on the sideline. But she's right here with us. Was here today, and she's been coming to practice, so she's part of the team, even though she's not able to play.
Yeah, and I was, kind of questioning. Of course, when you lose a girl that scores 25 a game, you kind of wonder, where the points going to come from, this year. And you guys, over the 4 quarters here in the scrimmage, 51 points. And, very balanced. You had 10, 8, 6, 12, 9, 4, 2. So very balanced scoring.
That's good.
You got to be happy with that everybody's willing to kind of do their part, I guess.
Right.
It's not going to be... it's going to be a lot different this year for you. You have to find points in different ways and things like that. And,
right.
I was pleased, watching the game with the way that the ball was moving, with the offense and everything. I thought that they really have played, for the scrimmage. I thought they played well, like they've been playing together, for several years. It looked like.
Right, and I agree with that. I was, they just did a nice job of being patient when they needed to be and making good passes. Most of our turnovers came from just on fast break, and not trying to get the ball with 2 hands. I mean, there weren't really too many turnovers in the half-court offense. I mean, I thought we did a good job with that. And like you said, I love the balanced scoring. That way you can't be stopped. I mean, if you have somebody averaging 25 points a game and that person's stopped, you got to find 25 points somewhere else. And sometimes kids aren't used to doing that, and they can't do it. So I mean, I really love the fact that we got to 2 people in double figures, 12 and 10, and we have a 9 and an 8 and a 6 and a 4. And if you can get that balanced scoring every game, where it doesn't matter what 6 or 7 players you put out there on the floor, that any of those 6 or 7 players can score points for you. It may be 4 points this game, it may be 10 the next game, but all those points are big. They're important in the scheme of the whole game.
Yeah. And I saw, at different times, you've got the luxury now with Macy and Morgan. You can throw either one of them really at the point position. Can kind of control things from that aspect of the game. And they both kind of play a little different style. Morgan,
Sure.
more of a slashing, like her sister. Macy is, seems to be, when she's in the point position, pretty willing distributor of the ball.
Right.
I saw a nice drive today, and she kicked one out to Rachel on the baseline for about an 18-foot jumper, and she was able to sink that shot. So
that's big. That's big when you get people that can do that and can see the floor, because we've talked about in practice sometimes they have tunnel vision, and they don't see the whole floor. And Macy does a good job, and like you said, distributing the basketball, and she did today too. And that was a great drive down the lane, and she kicked it out to Rachel. And that's what we're looking for is when that type of play, unselfish play. And as long as they continue to be unselfish and kick the ball to the open person for the shot, I'm happy with that, because you've got to have kids that are willing to give it up and get it back. And next time down the court, maybe she'll get a pass from somebody for a wide open three.
Right,
and when you have that type of play where they're playing for each other, they're playing for the team, and they never give up, that's important.
So as we're airing this is going to be a part of our pregame for the home opener with Caston. It's hard to say coming into a new season, but Caston is a familiar team. A couple of pretty key players that graduated there as well. You have any thoughts on what you might see from the Comets?
I think they graduated, maybe 8 girls, 6 or 8?
I know there was 2 of them that were pretty high up on their scoring list as far as graduates go, but they had a couple. I think one girl that played last year that was a freshman, was it Holt?
Holt, yeah, she's a pretty decent player.
Yeah, she scored in triple figures for him over the year last year, and so I think she's returning. So, second-year head coach down there. So,
well, and I think, from playing them last year, and they improved as the season went along. When you get a new coach like that, he's got a new system. He does things differently, and it took those kids a while to get into that. And we caught them the first game of the season, and it'd be the same thing here. But, they've had a year with him as coach, and they're probably settling into the type of system he wants and what he wants to run. I think this year when you look at the games, every game's going to be competitive, and we have to do what we do best, and that's play great defense, and then be unselfish with the ball, and just continue to play hard. That's a big thing, is to play hard. And it's really tough playing these early games because you can't scout the teams. You can only go by the people that didn't graduate and look at how many points they scored. And it's the same thing with Bethany Christian on Saturday. I know the one Clark girl is back. The one sister's back. Only one of them graduated. And I know they had Abby Hostetler sister, who's a pretty good shooter from the outside. I remember those kids, but they graduated 4 or 5 kids as well. So it's really hard with that team to know who they brought in. Being a Christian school, they can bring in anybody they want, and from that standpoint. So, and unfortunately, their first game is our game too. So you end up starting a season with 2 games that you don't have a chance to scout these people, and you just have to go on the records and what they had last year. And like I said, what it comes down for us is just doing what we do best, and us playing great defense, and like I'm repeating myself, but just be unselfish and play for each other, and never give up, and just play hard like we did today. If I get an effort like we had today, I'll be very happy.
Right. All right, so that's going to do it here for today. We're going to try and get you in between the Bethany game, and then you got that big first road game coming up that following week, going over to Triton. And but we'll talk about that in our next show. And hopefully, good luck with the game here this evening with the Caston Lady Comets, and then also on Saturday then with Bethany coming in, the first 2 games on the home floor. So that gives you a little bit of an advantage, with a younger team that you can kind of, do a little home cooking, if you will, and hopefully go into that first road game, and sitting in a good spot, maybe 2-0 would be nice. So, Coach Teal,
thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here. The first coaches show with Coach Gary Teal, the head coach of the Argos Lady Dragons, and I'm going to kick it back and to the pregame for the first home game when we're getting set with the Caston Lady Comets coming up here shortly. All right, welcome back here with the pregame coverage. The Lady Dragons getting set to take on the Lady Comets from Caston. So, Andy, you saw the coaches show, had a nice little chat there with Coach Teal, and appreciate him taking some time the other night and doing that with us. And I'd like to do that every week. We talked about it, and hopefully we can continue that. Maybe just a little condensed. A lot of stuff to go over there. So don't know a whole lot about Caston coming in. They're coached by Don Helmick. He's at his second year here at Caston. He was 9-15 last season. He is in his 18th season overall, same as Coach Teal. He's 202 and 169. Coach Teal is 238 and 147 in 18 seasons. The Lady Comets last year lost in the second round of the Caston sectional to Pioneer, 25-33. And last season, the opener down at Caston, the Lady Dragons won that game. A couple of key graduates for the Lady Comets, Emily Rowe, Megan Evans, and Krista Shanelob. They represent about 650 points. They have a couple girls coming back. They got senior Ashlyn Klein and a sophomore, Emily Holt. Ashlyn had 74 last year, and Emily, as a freshman, had 136. So you'll have to keep an eye on Emily Holt, the sophomore, number 11. She's going to be probably the key player here for the Lady Comets. So the Lady Dragons, of course, sporting a new look this year. They graduated 6 seniors. 4 of those seniors were starters. So they're going to have a brand new lineup on the floor. It looks like they'll probably start off with the 3 seniors and 2 sophomores to get going. So we're going to get going here with the national anthem and the starting lineups, and we're going to get going with some basketball here from Phil Waybright Gymnasium. All right, Andy, I don't know if you remember, this is going to be the first time here at Argos we get to actually broadcast the Caston game. 2 years ago, we were having all kinds of issues. We were down in the middle school gym, and they were still finishing up the floor here, and we didn't get on the air at all that day. So we're going to get the starting lineups here for first for the Caston Lady Comets. Got number 3, Aubrey Dagg, a sophomore. Number 11, Emily Holt, a sophomore. Number 21, Ashlyn Klein, a senior. Number 22, Sophie Jellison, a sophomore. And number 24, Allie Weiss, a junior. All right, for your Argus Lady Dragons, here we go. Number 12, a senior, Addie Matakowski. Senior, number 24, Macy Stricker. Sophomore, number 34, Morgan Dunlap. Sophomore, 42, Macy Morris. And number 44, senior in the middle, Rachel Coons. All right, so the 3. Sorry, Philly, I knocked your...
The 3 whole seniors that we have at the moment, followed up by a pair of sophomores.
And
the S squad.
the varsity squad is a little thin this year, but they are pretty talented up to the 7 girls that they have. But we'll see what they can do here tonight. Lady Comets, Lady Dragons getting set to go, tipping the 2017-2018 girls basketball season here from Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Rachel Kuntz going up against the junior Allie Weiss for the Lady Comets. And here we go. We're underway. Comets with the possession.
All right, here we go. Puts the ball over on the elbow. Stricker's covering man-to-man. Ball is kicked out. Morris rotates on the defense. Here's a quick three-pointer, and it's off the mark. Rebound, it goes to Morris. We're going to probably say that quite a bit this year. Tipped over from Stricker, and Morris gains it. Stricker has it on the corner. Moves up around. Top of the key. Manikowski looks. Puts it over to Stricker. Rotates well. Looks. Manikowski gets it back. Stricker, first shot of the season, and it's just off the mark. Rebound goes to the Comets.
Well, here's a trivia question for you. For the Lady Dragons, who scored the first point of the season last year and the last point of the season last year?
Well, if it was soccer, I know. I'm going to say Macy Stricker.
It was Macy, so
there you go.
We'll see if she
I am
can,
the winner once again.
See if she can break into the scoring book first here again for the Lady Dragons as well.
There goes another edition of Stump the Chump. Stricker has it, puts it down to Manikowski. Back out, over to Dunlap. Who put this camera right in my way?
I did.
Thanks a lot.
I wanted to make it difficult for you.
Morris for three, and it's just off the mark. Rebound, Manikowski battles for it. Manikowski's on the ground instantly, and it's a jump ball, going to stay here. Nope.
Well, yeah, that was one of the
Stay
things
here, yep.
With Abby I was going to talk about. She likes to get down on the floor, and there's the first example of that.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of surprised. Well, it's the first game of the season. Next game, she'll have volleyball pads on her elbows. That's off of Stricker. Off of
on her knees.
Knees and her elbows. You watch. She'll have them. Cause
well, it looks like she's taking
look at
a
her,
few.
Look at them already, and it's
They're
just the first couple practices. She is a scrapper and tenacious. She does not care. She's always been that way, no matter what sport it is. She will absolutely sacrifice herself to get what she can. Good tip back by Stricker.
She's got to be careful there. She's prone to getting foul trouble.
No travels. There's a good one.
That's Holt, the one we were talking about in the pregame,
yep.
And she gets called for the travel, so a turnover for the Lady Comets.
A little bit of pressure on Stricker, and then she comes back around, and Manikowski cuts her off, and it's a good turnover for the Lady Dragons.
So we're a minute and a half into the season. No score on the board here between the Lady Comets and the Lady Dragons.
Yeah, well, it'll happen sooner or later.
Well, I hope so.
And Manikowski for three, and it's just off the mark. Rebound. Holt gets it, kicks it over.
Well, she kicked it over as much as lost it. And,
well, it happens. Kicks it out. Here's a quick three, and it's way off, and it's off of Morris's head. Wrong sport. Morris with the header. Here's another three. That's her third one of the game, and Caston gets the rebound. Holt puts it in for two.
That was a fortunate rebound there for Holt, and she gets the Lady Comets on the board here, 2-0.
Stricker fakes and travels. And didn't really agree with that call, but.
Well, the ref isn't really concerned whether or not she agrees with it or not. He calls that travel, and Lady Dragons are going to have to get off the schneid here with almost 3 minutes gone. They haven't scored yet.
Kicks it over down low, out of bounds, and it's going to be Dragons ball.
So another quick turnover for the Lady Comets, and let's see if the Lady Dragons can get going here. So far, nothing really. You know, that's the one thing with Courtney last year. You know, the dribble drive penetration was always a threat, and right now the Lady Comets are in, looks like a 3-2 defense, and there's a turnover, unforced error on the sophomore Dunlap.
Coach Teal's going to have to settle the crew down. The S squad, sophomore, senior team out there at the moment's having a little bit of issues getting in rhythm, but it is the first game of the season, and you can expect that.
I'm glad you just figured, kind of told me that there's a foul. It's going to be on
There's
Stricker.
The first one. Oh, what the S squad was?
Yeah, I was kind of trying to figure out what the heck you were talking about.
Senior, sophomore crew out there on the court, no longer on the pitch. I'm switching from soccer to basketball if it's possible. I don't really want to, but I will because I love it. I love the girls. They're out there working hard. Dragons And there's a breakdown, and Stricker almost gets her second. Kicks her wide open and misses. Rebound Stricker. And she's not waiting. And that's kind of what I think we should do. Fast break, move with pace. Stricker for three, and she's just off the mark. Morris can't handle the rebound. It's out of bounds. And Coach Teal's going to call a quick timeout. Settle the girls down.
Timeout on the floor. We got 4:56 remaining here in the first. 2-0 Lady Comets.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argos. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on rtc4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argos. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
All right, welcome back here to Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Slow start here for the Lady Dragons. Still have not put a point on the board with 4:56 left to go here in the first quarter. And right now it's some cold shooting by the Lady Dragons and lack of, somebody's going to have to take a drive to the bucket and draw a charge or draw a foul and maybe get an and one opportunity or something. If you're not shooting well from the outside, you got to find somewhere else to make a point. And Stricker's got to be smart here. She's got a foul already, and she can't pick up that second silly foul, and there she does. She's got to be smarter than that. She's a senior, and she's got to have a brain on her head, and here she's going to have to come out of the game early minutes of the first quarter. She's got to be smarter than that, Andy.
Yeah, well, you've been around it, and we've seen it more than once, but here's the thing. She's not doing it on purpose. She's doing it because she wants to step up from the team because she sees no one else is going after it. And but yes, emotions and that intensity can cause some problems, and foul trouble it could be. They get the ball on the shoulder, and Manikowski gets her hand on it, and it gets a jump ball, and it's going to stay to Caston.
Well, Dad's just a dummy because
everything I know how it is. I'll tell you.
Just everything that I've tried to, maybe if your shot's not working, let's drive it to the bucket or something like that. Nah, Dad doesn't know what he's talking about. So, yeah,
I know what it's like. I've been there before with both my daughter in soccer and in basketball before, so I know what you're saying. And it's another sloppy turnover by the Dragons, and Comets get it. Kick it low, turns, and puts it in, and that's a nice shot. Number 24 for the Comets.
The junior Weiss puts Comets up 4-0 here with 4 minutes left, halfway through first quarter. Lady Dragons are struggling right now, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Caston. So,
well, I got to tell you, we looked a little rough at the moment. We haven't woke up. It's our first game, and we look bad at the moment, for lack of a better term. But we are only down 4. So it could be 14. Look what we did to some teams last year where they come out slow and we were up by 12 before they even knew what hit them. So they're going to settle down. They're going to be all right. There's a steal. Hoffman comes in for Stricker, gets a steal, and there's Dunlap for the easy layup and reads the play well and breaks the ice for the Dragons.
Morgan Dunlap with the first bucket of the season for the Lady Dragons.
Left-handed layup done properly, right to the basket, saw the opening. Oof. And that's going to be a foul.
2 shots on that. That's a little bit of NBA
Let's
type
see if
stuff
it was.
there.
That's a long
42.
Continuation. That would be Hoffman. No, Morris. Morris with the first foul.
Other
going
than
in.
Stricker.
Well,
first non-Stricker foul of the game for the Lady Dragons, and that belongs to Macy Morris. And they gave Holt 2 shots, and she puts the first one in. I apologize, Andy. I get a little bit worked up, but
I've been there.
I tell you what,
you should have heard me after the one game in soccer where I thought Samantha should have taken the goal kick. You know how it gets, especially when you teach them and they know better and they still make the mistakes, but that's why they're called kids. I've been there 1,000 times over, buddy. That's how it goes. Hoffman fakes, drives, and she's going to get fouled by number 24 going around her. Hoffman will take it to the bucket. She's wild and squirrel.
Right, smallest girl on the floor, Hoffman, taking it strong against the 6-footer Weiss, and she gets the foul. They just like saying 24 on the foul, apparently.
I guess. Hoffman is what, 5'3", 5'4". It's got her listed. Well, it doesn't.
5'2", I don't know. 5'1".
5'1", and she's taking it against the 6-footer. Kicks it out. Kuntz tries a 3, and it's off the mark.
Well, she might as well shoot it. That's the closest 3 that we've had. So,
she's about typically not a 3-point shooter. Typically. Manikowski gives it over to Kuntz. Dribbles, drives, goes up, puts it in, and it misses.
Nice drive there by Kuntz, just not able to complete it. But I like the aggressiveness. I like her taking it to the bucket.
Hoffman and Manikowski causing fits for the Comets. Kicks it over in the corner and breaks the press. Gets it over to 24. She puts it up, and it's in.
Weiss with another bucket. She's got 4 of the 7 Comet points.
Wow. Dunlap kicks it over to Morris. Morris needs to take a shot. Hoffman draws another foul, and she's going to the line shooting 2. I want Morris to shoot that. She was open on that baseline.
Yeah, she's got a nice jumper. She needs to have the confidence to put that up. They're going to call 21 for the Comets. That's Ashlyn Klein. That's going to be her first foul, team's second. And Cagney Hoffman, the sophomore at the line, shooting 2 for the Lady Dragons. And the first one's in and out. 2:36 left to go. 7-2 Comets. Cagney Hoffman at the line, shooting 1 for the Lady Dragons. And she hits 1 of 2, so Cagney's in the book now.
Travel from the high pressure from Morgan Dunlap. Dragons going to get the ball in.
So 4 turnovers here early for the Lady Comets. Morgan Dunlap for 3, and it's just off the back iron.
Oh, follow your shot. She could have had an easy rebound there. Kicks it over, puts it back. Number 11 puts it up for 3, and it's off the mark. Off the front, here comes a big fight in the corner. Caston gets there, ball's loose. Here comes Manikowski. Manikowski's not waiting. She's going to the bucket, puts it up, and she's shooting 2.
Nice job there by Manikowski. Draws the foul and going to be at the line shooting 2. That looks like 22. Jellison, I believe, for Caston. Yep.
2-2.
Jellison with her first, the team's third. So we'll see if Coach Teal sticks with his normal, you get 2 fouls, you're out for the rest of the half for Macy or not.
Rest of the quarter at least. But.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he can, keep her out the whole half or not. But she's got to have some, wherewithal to know that she's got the 2 fouls and she can't be quite as aggressive on the defensive end. 2 for 2 for Manikowski.
The goalkeeper putting it in.
Brings it back to 7-5.
Holt with the travel, she did.
Philly kind of fell asleep there on us.
Yeah,
he's a little out of practice. It's been a couple years since we've had Phil on the camera.
Super Phil's killing me already. We won't tease him too much.
Yeah, he does a great job on the camera. So you can't fault him. He's been off of the duty for a little bit.
Hoffman looks, backs over. Dunlap drives, kicks it out. Kuntz mishandles it, throws it, mishandled. Out of bounds, and it's going to stay for the Dragons, luckily, on that one.
Aubrey Daig, the sophomore, nice hustle
Tenacious.
there.
I like her.
I said Cagney Hoffman was the smallest on the floor, and she's not. Daig is only 5 foot.
She's got a whole inch on her. Morris just misses. Rebound goes to Hoffman. A big girl puts it over to Kuntz. Kuntz drives, takes a jumper, and it's off the mark. Rebound.
There's Daig fighting on the floor, and they're going to call a timeout.
That's a smart play from Coach.
Good job there by the coach of the Lady Comets. So we'll be right back here from Phil Waybright Gymnasium. 7-5, minute 32 left to go in the quarter. Dragons down by 2.
Hey everybody, I got exciting news. Country Lanes has a new state-of-the-art scoring system.
Come out, let your kids be mesmerized by the animated backgrounds. Take a safari trip to Jungle Jive or an outer space adventure in Cosmic Crush. Themes like the Kecklers or High Seas will entertain your little ones for hours. Choose extreme sports or click on Ninja Strike for martial arts. This high-spirited atmosphere is way cheaper than Cedar Point. Come out and visit Country Lanes for all your bowling fun.
All right, welcome back here. It's a 7-5 ball game. We got a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Lady Comets with a 2-point lead. Dragons have fought back. They were down 7-2. They've scored the last 3 points. And it's going to be Lady Comets ball after a timeout on a nice job there by Degg. And a good job there by Hoffman. She didn't really do much besides cause a turnover.
Well, we'll take it. She's just got that pressure, and I like it. She's got a little tenacity. We talked about her hustling. So
she came in for Stricker when she got the second foul, and she's done a really good job.
She's been an impact player. Kicks it over. Morris.
Almost a turnover for the Lady Dragons, but able to keep it.
Kuntz turns right into the defense and throws it away.
So a lot of turnovers here early in the first quarter.
Now you can kind of expect that for the beginning of the season. Just
flat shot there by Degg. Wow.
Dunlap with the rebound, takes it down, going to kick it over. Hoffman for a quick jumper, and it's off to Mark. Over to back.
Yeah, and that's another second on Weiss.
Yeah, Weiss gets another one.
So 2 players wearing number 24 on the floor, and both have 2 fouls now.
Big old Nakowski posting her up. Okay, well, it was more just like standing there, but
she got in the right position and used her body, and it's going to be out of bounds, knocked out by Caston, so it'll be Lady Dragons. We got a sub, number 15.
24 is hitting the bench.
This is a freshman, Lane Oliver, coming in for the 6-footer Weiss. She's a 5'8" freshman for the Lady Comets.
Well, ball in. Dunlap, top of the key. Fakes, kicks it over to Manikowski for 3. And it's just off the mark. Kuntz with the rebound. And jump ball. That's a good play on the defense from Caston. It's going to be Dragons ball. Number 21, Klein for Caston. Got her hands on it when Kuntz, she rebounded it, but then brought it down to where everyone else can reach it.
Yeah, I was going to say the ball got tied up right on her hip, and I tell my players that all the time.
Morris with the travel. Yep.
She was looking for Dunlap, and good job by Caston to cover Dunlap up and cause Morris to travel.
Well, a little bit of a shaky start for the Lady Dragons, but it's early in the season, early in the game. They got plenty of time to do what they can. We know what they're capable of. They're a tremendous team. Manikowski pushes her on out, works her on out to that baseline.
Good work there by Manikowski. They get the turnover and call the travel on her. And
well, let's see if the Dragons can either tie or go up by 1 by the end of the quarter. 31 seconds left. Manikowski shifts around to get the ball over to Hoffman. She's still waiting. Morris is in the corner.
Here's a stat for you, Andy.
Okay.
Comets have 8 turnovers and 7 points. And the Lady Dragons have 5 turnovers and 5 points.
Nice.
That's not a stat you want to have.
How about another turnover for the Lady Dragons?
Well, so now they're both a turnover ahead of their points.
Yikes.
So and you kind of could expect that.
Yeah,
both teams had a good senior class graduate last year. There's another turnover for Caston.
Yep. Well, they did have good senior class, and they haven't had the most time practicing yet this year. Their season's been started early. Ahead of schedule compared to last year, and it's showing a little bit.
They always have 2.5 weeks. They have 2 weeks of practice. Actually, it started later because I think we started on Tuesday last year instead of Thursday.
We didn't start throughout that week of spring break or fall break.
Well, the fall break thing has really hurt the Lady Dragons just because of the fact that there was a lot of kids that were gone for fall break, and
a couple players didn't come back that we were hoping to, but that's another story for later on.
All right, so after 1 quarter of play here from Argos, the Lady Dragons are down 5-7 to the Lady Comets. We're going to take a break and be back here for second quarter action in just a minute.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp.
All right, welcome back here. Second quarter getting set to get underway. It's going to be Caston's ball here to start the quarter. Holt's going to inbounds. Pressure defense there. Stricker's got to be smart.
She backs away immediately. Travel, double dribble,
and,
all of the above.
Right away, a turnover for the Lady Comets. So they had 9 first quarter turnovers. 6 first quarter turnovers for the Lady Dragons, so both teams probably going to really want to clean that up a lot.
Yep. Stricker gets it on the shoulder. Dunlap, top of the key, looks. And here comes the new play. Morris. Morris is taking one shot. She missed it, and I don't want to see her shut down. I want to see her take some more. Stricker thought about it, and I want to see her take some more. There it is. Bucket, 3-pointer.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
She had it. I told you what I wanted, and she gave it to me. Put that bucket in the air, boys.
Right. So Stricker gives the Lady Dragons the first lead of the season, 8-7.
And tips it back, and here it's stolen. Gives it right up from Dunlap to Hoffman. Hoffman lays it up for her. 0. Unfortunately, and then she fouls afterwards. She's not going to be happy with herself on that play. It should have been an easy 2.
Yep, that's one instead of a bucket. Now she's got a foul, and Lady Comets have the ball. So
that's all right.
Yeah,
it's a first layup of the season. I'm going to use that first of the season for as long as I can. She's tough. She's been very good. You notice she was not the one that come out when Stricker come back in, because she's made a difference on this team so far when she come in today. Abby Manikowski been very good. Takes a quick break. Hoffman's going to make it up and misses. Rebound. Holt. Holt is the player for Caston. You can see it. And there's a quick carry of the ball.
Yeah, she's gotten called for about 5 turnovers, though.
But
so
she's the only one that has it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest.
Yeah.
When it's like the truck driver, you drive more, you got more risks of a ticket. So she's the one that's going to turn it over since she's main ball handler. Away it goes. Puts it over to Stricker. Fakes. Dunlap wide open. Fakes.
That's not necessarily true, because sometimes you can go to town and get a USB drive and hit a deer.
Well,
not knowing anybody did that.
Yeah, wasn't me. Stricker for 3, and it's just in and out. That'd be Manikowski.
There's a tip. Good job by Hoffman. It's going to be out of bounds. Stays to the Lady Comets.
Kuntz looking a little winded.
Well, she hasn't had a break yet. Early.
It's early second quarter.
Yeah. She's been playing hard.
I know. Jump ball.
Uh-oh. We got a conference here with the refs. All right, I don't know what's the issue here.
It's a debate.
Yeah.
Whose is this? Jump ball.
Okay, so it's
he's really happy and gave us 2 thumbs up.
All right, Lady Dragons get the ball. 6:05 left to go in the first half, leading 8-7.
Well, when he was coming down, I asked him if he liked our commentating, and he gave us 2 thumbs up. So
really?
Yeah, that's what it was. Back over, Hoffman.
I get you.
Now he gets it.
Yeah.
Hoffman gets it. Dunlap powers through, kicks it out, and she's fouled.
Yeah, she gets knocked down by 3 Comets, and let's see who they're going to pick for the foul. They got their choice.
21. I knew it. Bingo, I called
Klein,
it.
that's going to be her second. So Klein and Weiss both have 2 fouls for the Lady Comets.
Here we go. Dunlap cuts back. Hoffman fakes. Kicks it over. Stricker. Morris, step up and take a shot, girl. Hoffman back over to Stricker, way out. Caddy corner, and the ball's tipped. It's going to stay Dragons ball, just about stolen.
Nice defensive effort there by Holt. Tips it out of bounds. Lady Dragons with a tenuous 1-point lead, 5.5 minutes left here in the first half.
Kennedy corner, Dunlap. Stricker fakes. Hoffman. Dribbles, that's a nice little jumper, and it's just off the mark.
Follow your shots.
I've talked about it. I talked about it earlier. Got to follow your shots, and Dunlap with the foul.
Man, that would have been an easy rebound right there. Just follow that shot right in, and didn't get there. There's the first on Dunlap. That's the 5th team foul on the Lady Dragons. So both teams within one of going to the line with the 1-and-1.
Well, it's a good thing it's by fouls and not by turnovers.
Okay, they're listed at 5 foot and 5'1". There is a lot more than 1 inch difference between Hoffman right there.
Yeah, I'd say she's about 4'8".
Yeah, she's not a 5-footer, that's for sure.
Travels, stolen, loose, goes, throws it in the air. Ball's rebounded, thrown up, and foul by Stricker, and that's her 3rd. And then comes Manikowski. Stricker coming to the Pines.
She just doesn't know how to get out of the way and let the play go. And, you'd think after 4 years of being a varsity starter, she'd have that figured out, but that's always been a downfall of hers. That's been she's always been prone to get foul trouble. Now here she is with 3 fouls and 4 and almost 5 minutes left to go in the first half.
Well, one thing I say, it's not from lack of heart or lack of hustle. It's just sometimes your emotions and what you're wanting to do just gets interference, and you get that foul, and you do have to think a little bit, and it's one of those things. Ooh, blocking foul, 2-point takedown. Dunlap hits the floor again.
It's going to be on Jellison. That'll be her 2nd. So a couple of Lady Comets stacking up the fouls as well. 16 fouls now on both. Caston's got their fouls a little bit more spread out than the Lady Dragons.
Morris gets the ball, kicks it over. Dunlap fakes, going to drive. Doesn't finish it. Gives over to Kuntz. Kuntz looks, takes a quick one. Dunlap for 3, and it's good.
Morgan Dunlap hits the 3-pointer and puts the Dragons up by 4. That's a good sign when Morgan can hit that shot.
Kicks it over. Manikowski kicks it through, and she gets the pass down, baseline pass. How'd that make it? Travels, unfortunately. Wow, that was a tremendous baseline pass. That went through past 3 Dragons to get to where she wanted it, but luckily Dragons catch a break, and then it's another turnover. Dunlap drives, puts it up for 2, and it's just off the mark. Trapped, and here comes and Dunlap, fouls, kicks it over. Relax, Kuntz, don't get a foul. They get the ball. Morris strips it, and Comets come away with it. Here's another 3, and it's just off the mark. Rebound, Comets. Number 11 puts it up, misses. Rebound, Dunlap. And says, okay, relax, I'm bringing it down. Kicks it there, gives it right to Morris, and puts it in for 2.
Beautiful assist right there.
That was good work.
Dunlap into Morris.
Now Morris, the Dragons are warming up.
Morris getting on the board. That's a good sign. I'd like to see her take a lot of shots.
Jump ball, and it's going to be Comets ball.
Morris is the one that Coach Teal talked about in the coaches show, that he's really looking for big things out of her this year. She's a quality player. She's got guard skills. She's got a forward height.
She's got great shot.
Yeah, beautiful jumper. She can go all the way out to the 3 with her jump shot. And she's going to be a good one for the Lady Dragons here for a couple of years.
Well, we talked about people coming, people going, not coming back. Stone didn't come back. Samantha Stone, this 3-year player, didn't come back for a senior year. The moving away of Tia Freshour, Shannon Miller. You add those 3 back to this team, and we are super solid. We're good now, but those are the 3 quality players that would be here that are no longer in the area, except for Samantha. And that makes a big difference. When you add 2 more seniors back in and a junior starter, that could really change things, So these girls are going to have a long road ahead, but they got a lot of talent, lots of heart, and they're going to be just fine.
Weiss at the line, puts
it in.
Her first free throw. She's got 5 on the night. Brings the score to 13-8. Lady Dragons up. Weiss with another one here. And she misses, so she's 1 for 2 from the line.
Kuntz with the rebound. Gets it out to Dunlap. Dunlap looks. Puts it over to Hoffman. Hoffman with a little jumper. Rebound. Goes to Morris, and she travels. And here comes Kaylee Carlton coming in, and out goes Morris. The junior Carlton, big number 50, comes in. And it's turnover. Manikowski with the steal. And tries it, and it's a blocking foul. On the ground. Oh, they're going to say she was shooting. And that's Sir Alex Stearns behind us. He's letting Superfield take it.
I thought he was on his way to Florida, so I was kind of surprised to see him.
Manikowski, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. If there is a serious bright spot for tonight so far, that's right there, 100% from the line. I'm going to see if I jinx her with that comment. And 4 for 4.
All right, she puts the Lady Dragons up 15-8 now. Biggest lead of the game for Argos. 7-point advantage with 3:07
Hoffman tips it out.
left to go here in the first half of action.
Comets keep the ball.
Lady Dragons have cleaned it up here. No turnovers so far here in the second quarter after having 6
I
in the
told
first.
you it was just the first quarter jitters. First of the season.
They need to really take a peek at Holt when she's dribbling. She kind of twists the ball around and carries it.
Foul.
And, yeah, it's going to be
Manikowski with a 2-point takedown.
second foul on Abby, and that's going to put the Lady Comets at the line shooting the 1-and-1 now.
Ooh. Them pesky
Number
fouls.
25, Brianna Hubenthal, a 5'6" freshman, going to the line shooting 1-and-1.
Well, you've said it. They're a young team. They have no juniors and no seniors. Did you notice that? They're only freshmen and sophomores.
No, they have 2 seniors there, Andy.
Oh, I'm looking at the JV roster.
That they probably wouldn't have. So Hubenthal puts it in. Front end of the 1-and-1.
Ooh, 2 seniors and 1 junior. Wow, they are a young team. They got less seniors than we do. Less juniors, too, so, nah.
And off the front, and it rolls in. 2 for 2 for the freshman.
That one got all 4 corners of the rim.
I just hit 2.
Just
so.
the 2.
All right, timeout on the floor here with 2:54 left. It's a 5-point Lady Dragon lead. We're going to take a break and be right back.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here. 2:54 left to go in the first half. Lady Dragons up 5, 15-10. Turnovers and fouls have been the key to the first half. Lady Dragons have cleaned up the turnovers in the second quarter. 13 so far for the Lady Comets to 6 for the Lady Dragons. So, you know, it's always the last couple minutes before the half and before the end of the game. So let's see what the Lady Dragons can do as they try and close out this half. They're up 5 right now.
Manikowski gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman needs the dribble. She does. Kicks it over to Manikowski. 2:31. Turnover. Manikowski battles to get it back, but Caston keeps it. Here goes Holt. Puts it up, and it's good. Splits them all and puts it in.
Well, this
what
is the
a
point
play.
here. You know, like we said, this is where they need the senior leadership of Macy Stricker, but she's sitting on the bench with 3 fouls. And they're going to call Caston, or are they going to call Hoffman?
Hoffman.
They got Hoffman on the foul?
I think so. Yep, White, number 2, 0. Hoffman for the foul.
So Hoffman with 2 fouls. Manikowski with 2 fouls. Stricker with 3 fouls. And that's going to put the Lady Comets at the line. So not a good start here to close out the quarter. Lady Dragons have lost what they had was a 7-point advantage. Now all of a sudden it's only 3.
It could be down to 1 if she can make both of these. Number 14, Young.
Senior for the Lady Comets. First one, and they've got a lane violation, so it doesn't matter if it goes in or not. So mistake there by the Comets, and it's going to cost them 2 points possibly.
All right, Dunlap kicks it over to Manikowski. Caddy corner. Kuntz, nope, that's Hoffman. Manikowski dribbles around, back over to Hoffman.
Almost a turnover. Hoffman loses it, but it goes off of Caston. Coach Teal wants a timeout here on the floor. We got 1:50 left to go. He's going to get a full timeout.
We're going to get a full commercial.
All right, we'll be right back here in just a minute.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank. Now you can enjoy
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank. A simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I think I ran 2 ads at once. Might have sounded a little garbled. My fault. Didn't see that until the end. So.
Well, that's how we get double the sponsorship money.
All right. They're getting twice the ads at once. So Scott ought to give me a bonus for that.
Bonus, right.
All right, the Lady Dragons almost lose it there, and Manikowski's able to come back up with it. Macy Morris getting ready to check in, and there's going to be a foul there on number 15, Lane Oliver.
I'm willing to bet Kuntz is going to take a break.
15 is with the foul over Oliver, the freshman, and that's going to put Morgan Dunlap at the line shooting the 1-and-1. Why didn't they bring in the sub if it's 1-and-1?
Because they're not paying attention.
So Dunlap doesn't
Carlton.
matter. So Dunlap puts in the 1-and-1 front end. She's got 5-6 on the night and looking to make it 7. Get the Lady Dragons back up to a 5-point advantage, and she does. 17-12, minute 40 left in the first half. Looked like a travel right there.
Baseball. She catches it, turns, cuts it back, throws it with the left, and misses. Rebound, Kuntz gets it over to Hoffman. Here comes Hoffman down the court. Comes across the timeline, looks over to Manikowski.
I don't know how they missed that. That was a clear travel.
It was not a travel. It was a gorgeous NBA move.
Yeah.
Hoffman drives baseline, kicks it back out. Manikowski. Dunlap going to try to split him. Kicks it over to Macy Morris. Down, out of bounds, and turnover for the Dragons.
A little sporadic right there by the Lady Dragons, and they lose it out of bounds.
Well, they've got their 5-point lead again, but whew, they've had more turnovers in the last minute than they had the whole rest of the time.
Yeah, they've had 2.
Yeah, they had none up until the last
quarter.
minute.
Yeah.
And you would think they'd settle down. We talked about it, and you jinxed them.
Well, they did settle down, and the Castons really picked up the pressure here in the last couple minutes of the quarter. And there's another one. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be a third on Hoffman. So the thing that you can't do for the Lady Dragons is get into foul trouble.
They gave it to Dunlap.
Dunlap?
34.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yep.
Where was she even at?
She was beside her on the other side, so they gave it to her. 34 is what he said.
Okay, so
I'm telling you,
that's going to be her second instead of Hoffman's third.
I'll take that.
So Holt with the first one is good. Brings it to a 17-13 lead. And she toes the line. And the second one is good for Holt as well.
Okay, don't foul Holt.
Holt has 7 on the night. She has half the points for the Lady Comets.
Hoffman kicks it back over to Kuntz. Out on a three-pointer, throws it away. Holt with the steal. She's going to the bucket and lays it in for 2 more. Holt is killing the Dragons at the moment.
Well, we talked about that last 2 minutes, and right now the Lady Comets are really putting it to the Lady Dragons here in the last 2 minutes of this quarter.
Down by 1. Morris kicks it over. Dunlap fakes. Goes back to where she was at. Throws in. It's up. It's air ball out of bounds, and it's going to be Caston ball.
I don't know. She dribbled in a circle and went right back to the spot that she was at and took the shot that she could have took right at the beginning. And
she was just faking them out, that's all.
Sorry about that. Well, 24 seconds left here. The Lady Comets are going to try and get the lead going into the half here if they can. Down by 1 right now, and they're looking pretty good here to finish the half.
Morris just about called for a foul, and here's a quick shot, and it's off the mark. Rebound's going to be Comets, and it's off of her, out of bounds, and it's going to be Dragons ball.
Andy, the thing that I'm seeing right now, there's a lot of this. Of course, nobody can see me do this,
yes.
But I'm sticking my hand out. There's a lot of sticking their hand out.
Their body out and going after it.
Yeah, they're
getting
not,
into place. Quick feet, moving over.
Yeah, instead of moving their feet, they're reaching. And
they got to cut off the lanes, cut off the drives. Kuntz, he's 3, and it's good at the end of the half.
3-pointer, Rachel Kuntz at the buzzer puts the Dragons up 4, 20-16. And, boy, that was a much-needed shot there by the senior. And see what the Dragons can do. They've got to be smarter here in the second half with their fouls. You got Stricker with 3. You got Hoffman with 2. You got Manikowski with 2. And you got Dunlap with 2. So let's go over the first half scoring here.
Do we
really
have
quick.
to? Really?
No,
okay, go ahead.
Manikowski's got 4 on 4
free
for
throws.
4.
Yep.
Hoffman has 1 on 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Stricker has 3
Believe me,
points.
this is all unofficial.
3 points and 3 fouls. 2, 5, 6, 7 for Dunlap. 2 points for Macy Morris and 3 points for Rachel Kuntz. For the Lady Comets, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Holt. We've got 2, 4, 5 for Wise. And 2 for Hubenthal on the 2 big free throws there for her. 14, 16, 10, 12, 14, 15, 19. I'm missing 1 for the Lady Dragons, I think. 10, 12, 15, 16, 20. Nope, I got it.
Oh,
all right.
boy.
20-16 is your halftime score. Lady Dragons leading the Lady Comets. We're going to take a break and come back here with second half action from Phil Waybright Gymnasium in here in just a few minutes.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argos. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on rtc4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argos. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
Hey everybody, I got exciting news. Country Lanes has a new state-of-the-art scoring system.
Come out, let your kids be mesmerized by the animated backgrounds. Take a safari trip to Jungle Jive or an outer space adventure in Cosmic Crush. Themes like the Kecklers or High Seas will entertain your little ones for hours. Choose extreme sports or click on Ninja Strike for martial arts. This high-spirited atmosphere is way cheaper than Cedar Point. Come out and visit Country Lanes for all your bowling fun.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with instant issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams, and that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for three. He gets it.
Hand off to KCO. KCO gets in. It is touchdown.
Up with it. She's going to try a three, and she'll get that.
They came in and stole the zebra out of the glass case and replaced it with a tiger. And a bunch of like bones and some blood in there to kind of make it like
Let her run through on the ball. Yes. And there's a goal, and she wasn't ready. And Dunlap's smart and takes time and takes it quick.
Good defense by Dunlap.
Morgan tipped it. Courtney steals it. She's got a 1v1. She goes after it, puts it up, and it's good.
Elbow, now to Ruff. Ruff against the 2-3 zone to Malco. 3 left baseline for the Lady Zebras is good, and Rochester up 23-21.
Owen sets for the 2-2 pitch, and that's a fly ball into center field, going back.
The ball gets it up and over to Rowe. Rowe just puts it in for an easy 2.
All righty, welcome back to Phil Waybright Gymnasium. Got a couple minutes here before the second half of action begins. Action. Steve Stricker alongside Andy Stone.
Yeah, boys.
Philly Dilly, Bo Billy
running the camera.
Dean on the camera for us tonight. Back in the band.
Mean Dean Okerlund.
So Lady Dragons holding on to a 4-point lead, 20-16 at the halftime break. And been a game of attrition so far for the Lady Dragons. A lot of foul trouble.
A lot of turnover trouble.
Yeah, they ended up the first half with, unofficially, with 9 turnovers. And the Lady Comets had 13 turnovers. So, yeah, 22 turnovers between the two teams in the half. That's not, not great basketball action, but what happened here? Rachel Kuntz is something.
Hurt.
I was looking down.
What happened?
Oh, no. That's not good news for the Lady Dragons. The thin bench gets thinner as Rachel Kuntz goes down in the pregame or the pre-half or the halftime warm-up. So I'll have to find out what happened there. I had my head down looking at the turnover stats. And
I don't know.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, they're out their 3-point shooter.
All right, so second half underway, getting set to go here. We'll see what the Lady Dragons can do, and you can feel the frustration in my voice, I guess.
You can feel it in the air.
Yeah.
I think it's coming from most of the fans at the moment because we're used to such a high level, and the girls have got it in them.
Yeah.
Macy Morris just needs to relax. She's nervous. She's upset. She's frustrated. You know, the girls are way above this level that they're playing at the moment. It's first game jitters. They're going to be just fine.
So in place of
Cagney
Hoffman's going to be out here to start the second half in place of Rachel Kuntz. And we'll see if we can't figure out a little bit more on what happened there. I don't know. So, all right, it's going to be Hoffman, Dunlap, Stricker, Morris, and Abby Manikowski for the Lady Dragons. And it looks like the starting 5 as well for the Lady Comets.
And they followed us from the soccer stands. He was in your beard. We got us a honeybee, and they followed us.
I thought we got rid of those when we went into the gym.
They followed us when we left the soccer stands. Stricker for 3, and it's just off the mark. Rebound, and it's loose. Hoffman ties it up.
Jump ball, that's going to be Caston's ball off of the alternating possession. Stricker's not really found the range from outside.
She's 1 of 4. Leave her alone. She's just getting warmed up. It's the first of the season. You big meanie. I know. I'd be all over Samantha. It's all good. Dribbles right around. Holt kicks it out. Here's a little jumper. Missed. Rebound.
Over the back.
Over the back.
It's going to be Weiss. That'll be her third.
Although she didn't even touch her. I got to admit, I know she had the ball in her hands. I thought she got it before.
You know, a lot of times if the offensive player or the rebounder doesn't make contact, they don't give them that call. So that is the second one I think that they called on her.
Well, the first one was all over poor old Cagney Hoffman. She didn't have a chance.
Well, Cagney was actually making contact though, so you know
it's all good.
Give her a little credit for.
Oh yeah, she was getting mauled down there, as they say. Got to spread out. Goes the runner. Morris, Stricker, Dunlap. Gets it over to Manikowski. Morris needs to relax. I want to see her shoot. Relax with the ball. Stricker picks up the dribble, gets it over to Manikowski. Morris is open, turns. Ooh, just about called for the travel. Dunlap drives, kicks it, count. Hoffman fakes. Manikowski, Morris.
You're not seeing the backside right there. There's openings on the backside.
Yeah, right there. Oh, down underneath. There was big time there.
They got to find the holes in this zone right now. They are working the ball a lot better. Manikowski for 3, and it's off the mark. And 2 Comets there for the rebound. Weiss gets it.
Yeah, if she's 5'9", she's lucky. Or 4'9", and they just come down and throw the 3 in.
Ashlyn Klein, she gets the 3, and that brings the Comets to within 1.
Dunlap drives it, goes the length of the court, and puts it in.
Well, that's a good drive there by Dunlap, and that's going to open up the shooting lanes for the Lady Dragons if she can do that.
Picks up the dribble, kicks it over. Holt tries to feed it through, and steps on the line. Good play out of Morris.
Almost gets the turnover, and Morris unfortunately can't corral it before it goes out of bounds. 3-point Dragon lead, 22-19 with 5:40 left in the third.
Shots up, rebound, Stricker.
Oh, pushed out from behind.
Yeah.
I guess good defense by Klein. They didn't call the foul on her, so anything that's not a foul is good defense, right?
Well, I guess.
Lady Dragons a little confused on the inbounds play.
Stricker gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman fakes. Ooh. Morris is open in the corner. I want to see that caddy corner. Dunlap fakes, gonna drive, lays it up, and it's missed. Big rebound, but it's taken away when Morris brings the ball low.
The only thing I saw with that shot from Dunlap, she did a little scoop shot. I would have liked the 2-foot go off and do a power jumper right there. She had the easy bunk it.
Well, she steals it, and she's gonna go court to court, and one.
And one, all right. Makes up for the miss. Dunlap's having herself a good game. She's going to go to the line. We got 21 with the foul. That's going to be Klein. It'll be her third. So 2 Lady Comets now with 3, Klein and Weiss. Dunlap's going to the line, shooting 2, or shooting 1, actually.
Could get the Dragons up by 6. They were just down, only up by 1, and now they could be up by 6.
Misses it, and a collision there between Morris and Manikowski, and the Lady Comets come away with it.
Caddy corner under the basket, thrown away. Going to be Dragons ball.
So first turnover of the third for the Lady Comets. A little better. They made it all the way, almost halfway through the quarter.
Dunlap turns it. Wide open, kicks it low.
Nah, that's
Morris.
not a good pass.
No,
she
it wasn't.
didn't give Macy wasn't anywhere where she could do anything.
She needed to get back over in front to get that ball, and she couldn't.
So Lady Dragons force her with the turnover.
Well, the Dragons, you can tell that they're not in sync at the moment. First game of the season, and Morris with the big block. And here comes Stricker. Caddy corner. Dunlap travels.
And here comes Kuntz, so she must have...
she's limping.
Yeah, maybe tweaked an ankle a little bit there. Macy Morris is going to come out.
Well, I wouldn't risk it. Save it. Let her get healed. Battles fouled by Manikowski. One, 2, Manikowski.
So that's Abby's third.
2 with 3 so far. Same as the Caston's Lady Comets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shots up, and it's good.
Four, 5, 6 for Weiss. 24-20, Lady Dragons. 3:56 left, and she puts them in, both of them. 3 for 4, Allie Weiss.
Kicked over. Hoffman, little jumper, and it's good.
Nice pass there from Dunlap, and Hoffman with a nice little 10-footer.
Steal by Dunlap. Splits them and gets foul called.
going to be the Lady Dragons on the far side, out of bounds. 5-point Lady Dragon lead.
Kicks it over. Stricker for 3. And just off the mark. Hoffman over the back. Big mean Hoffman over the back.
It's going to be her 3rd foul now.
3 and 3 now. Splits him. Holt goes straight to the bucket and puts it in for 2. No help side or step out on that down there in the lane for defense. Manikowski, Stricker, Manikowski back, dribbles around. Stricker way out. Kuntz takes another 3. It's off the mark. Rebound, Holt. And she's back on the run. Dunlap's running with her. Kicks it over, quick jumper, and she's fouled by Hoffman, and that's her 4th.
Fouls are mounting up here for the Lady Dragons. Hoffman with 4, Manikowski with 3, Stricker with 3. Morris is going to come back in for Hoffman. And the first one is good. Can't tell, is that Klein? Is that 21 or 22?
That is number 22. 22.
25.
See, just like I said, 25.
That's the freshman. She's 4 for 4 from free throw line.
The freshman,
yeah,
slaying it.
Caston within 1 now.
Dragons get a lead. They work back, and Caston comes back every time. Manikowski sees Stricker, gives it to her top of the key. Dunlap kicks it over. It's in the corner for Morris. Morris, low jumper, off the mark. Stricker with a rebound. Fakes. Manikowski for the shot. Way off. Rebound. And Morris comes away with it. Steps up, little baseline jumper, which she's known for, and puts it in.
Good offensive rebounds there, 2 of them for the Lady Dragons, and that gives Morris an opportunity, and she puts it in.
Shot up, in and out. Rebound, Morris. And Morris is starting to come to life, getting a little bit of confidence. We've said that about her. That's the way she is. Kuntz. Morris covers it. Kuntz. Jumper. Off the mark. Rebound, Stricker. And she steps on the line. They're going to call the foul. 21.
She got shoved out by Klein. That's going to be Klein's 4th.
Oof.
So some Lady Comets are getting up there in the foul trouble issues as well.
What does Klein have on her legs? KT taped? It's clear?
Yeah.
It's clear?
Oh, on Klein?
21. See it?
Yeah, that looks like it. I've never seen clear before. That's kind of different.
She's got it on both legs. Manikowski heats 3. And
bank
it's off
shot.
the bank.
The banks are open for Manikowski. Hey, we'll take them however we can get them right now.
Right
Lady
now.
Dragons back up by 6.
Shots up. Rebound, Stricker. Jumper. Bucket. There's the confidence I've been waiting to see out of Stricker.
And that's going to get a timeout for Caston. They're back up 33-25 with 1:12, and the Lady Dragons are rolling now. See if they can keep going here for the rest of this one. We're going to take a break and be back here in just a minute.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argos. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on RTC4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argos. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
All right, welcome back here to Phil Waybright Gymnasium. 1:12 left to go in the third period. The Lady Dragons pulling up with an 8-point lead. They've outscored the Lady Comets 13-9 here in the third quarter, taking a 4-point halftime lead and doubling it right now. And Coach Helmick called a timeout here for the Lady Comets. He's trying to get them to settle down a little bit. Both teams very young, and you know, you're going to have your ups and your downs a lot with new players on the floor, and got foul trouble issues on both sides. Got a couple players with 4, a couple players with 3 for both teams. So let's finish this last minute of this quarter out strong for the Lady Dragons.
Ball's in. Jumper, it's good, and Kuntz with the foul. And 1.
That's Kuntz's first foul, and that's going to put Weiss to the line to shoot the and 1. Weiss has had a nice night. She's got 9, looking to go into double figures here with this free throw.
Well, she made the last ones. Let's see what she does here.
Yep, she's good. 10 points now for Allie Weiss, and she cuts the lead down to 5 with 55 seconds left.
Manikowski, Stricker. And Morris and Stricker both cut to the same area. Stricker was already there. There's Morris. Oh, she didn't get a clean handle on it. Oh, and throws it, but man, somehow Stricker ended up with it. Morris, Stricker, Kuntz starting to breathe a little heavy. They've been killing it the last couple minutes there, and you can tell it. And it's thrown away and it's stolen. And there's another bucket by Holt right at the end of the quarter. Heave-ho, and ruining the three-point average.
So Holt brings the Lady Comets to within 3 here. They had an 8-point lead with, what, a minute to go?
Yep.
And they score the last 5 of the quarter. So 33-30 after 3. Lady Dragons are up by 3. But we've seen some better play out of the Lady Dragons in the third quarter. But the Lady Comets are not going to go away here at all. And the Lady Dragons are going to have to battle all the way through. So what do we got for some foul issues? Manikowski with 3, Hoffman with 4. Stricker was able to get through that quarter with 3. Dunlap only has 2. Morris and Kuntz with 1. For the Lady Comets, Ashlyn Klein has 4 fouls, and Allie Weiss has 3. Other than that, the only other one would be Jellison with 2. So not too much foul trouble on the side of the Lady Comets. That could probably be sourced back to the fact that the Lady Dragons aren't driving strong hard to the bucket very much. Besides Dunlap, there really hasn't been a whole lot going to the bucket. So let's see. We got 1 quarter left. One of these teams is going to go 1-0, and one of them is going to be 0-1 on the young season. See if the Lady Dragons can pull out the win. They're up 3 going into the 4th.
Ball's
Macy
in.
Stricker's being face guarded by the freshman Hubenthal. And there's Manikowski. She's going to launch a 3, and man, that thing was in and out.
And Morgan, and there's a jump ball. Foul. Morris. Kuntz. Morris. Who is it? 4-2? 44. Kuntz is second.
44.
Told you.
Kuntz.
I got eyeballs, man. I can see. I knew it.
Coach Teal wanted a jump ball, but
nobody had the possession that was loose is what he was saying, and can't really argue with it.
So the old-fashioned loose ball foul, I guess.
It was loose when they were trying to jump for it, but then it was a foul when she went to get possession. Shots up, missed, rebound, loose, Dunlap, breakaway, 2 in front of her. She's going to take it right at him.
Whoa, wow. I don't know.
What? 25?
That was a freshman mistake
she just
right
ran
there.
away from her. I'm not real sure.
He's like, I'm supposed to be guarding 24, and she just left Morgan right there
Left
for a
the
layup. Wow. That's a freshman mistake right there.
Well, that just a little bit nervous. She hasn't been in a massive amount of time tonight. Kuntz tips it away. Morris comes away with it.
Comets struggling here early again with the turnovers.
Morris gets it back. Manikowski wide open. Dragons up by 5. Kuntz thinks about it.
They're going to have to set some screens if they're going to get the ball to Stricker because they got a girl face guarding her, and she's not going to get free off of that. There's a foul. Yep. Good job. Good work there by Stricker. That's 5 team fouls. That's going to be the first on Hubenthal. So let's see if they make some adjustments and set up some screens and can get Macy off of a ball screen or a screen and roll or something.
Or lead them out to where they take 2 out with her and then just take a layup by somebody else. You know, as they say, if they end up trying to face guard and double team, that means that, see right there, she had 2 of them clogged. Somebody else is open, so you got to be able to aware of that. See how she's got 2? You got to be aware of it. Kuntz is trying to get it low. Manikowski. It's like, all right, we're up 5. If you're not going to step out on me, I don't need to worry about it. We'll let the clock run. Well, Stricker better be able to get used to this because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of teams that face guard her. They know that she can shoot the ball. She's the team leader. They're going to be after her this year. So she travels, and when she travels across that court, the other girls kind of tend with her. So that's when we need to hit the opposite side for the opening shot.
Well, she's running around right now, but she's not really running where she needs to with purpose. And,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And no one's setting a screen for her, so I've just let her stand still and save her energy.
I'm not really sure. I guess we're just going to hold the ball for 5 minutes.
That's all right.
Well, they're not willing to come up and get on Morgan, so they're not going to get the count. This is kind of old LaVille type basketball here from the 90s.
It worked for years, so hey, don't waste a shot if you don't need to. Just step back. You're winning. It's not fancy and it's not gorgeous basketball, but it's smart.
Well, there's 6, so next time they do that, there's going to be a 1-and-1. So second foul on Hubenthal. So they're going to be going into the bonus here with 4:40 left to go.
Well, you got to give the freshman credit. She's trying hard to keep Stricker out of it. Dunlap gets it, fakes. Kuntz in the corner, gives it to Dunlap. Back to Kuntz. Manikowski. See, this is where they need to recognize on the far side, if the whole defensive team is packed on one side, you be ready to shoot. So once you receive it, you can put the shot up. Morris should be in that shooting position.
Nice. Oh, that's got to be a foul. How they not? They grab a hold
rebound.
Of wow, they grabbed a hold of Morgan, and she
didn't
just
call it.
Wow, missed that one.
Ball's loose.
Double
dribble, two-handed.
So Comets can't get anything done on the offensive end. They turn the ball over, and if they're going to let them run a minute or so off the clock on the other end, it's going to be tough going for the Lady Comets.
Manikowski's going to wander on down and get the ball for free. And now they're doing a little full-court pressure. Run a screen. Oh, Manikowski runs away. And then she goes to the length of the court. There it is. Getting that shooting position for Morris in the corner. Look at Morris. She's wide open. Nobody here. They're double teaming Stricker. I like when Macy comes down because then she packs 2 as an open shot for somebody else. Kicks it over. Kuntz fakes and gives it over to Manikowski.
Nice move.
Manikowski with the spin and a little jumper, and it's just in and out. Morris, rebound.
Nice offensive rebound. Macy Morris, she's going to earn 2 at the line. Great job there by Manikowski. Nice jumper and just off. So 25, 24. Weiss, that's going to be her fourth. So Macy Morris at the line, see if she can put the Lady Dragons up by 7 here with 3:22 left. First free throw is perfect. Morris.
Dunlap. Manikowski. Morris. Stricker and Kuntz.
And off the back iron, so 6-point lead.
Stolen. Dunlap.
Oh, she should have got it up there.
25 abandons her post as on the ball and goes right back to Stricker. Stricker was open.
They got to give it to her on the post up.
Yeah, might as well. Dunlap with a little jumper. Short. Rebound. Oh, Macy just about reached in for a foul. She's refrained from it. She's learned. I like it. She's using her brain. Jump, long three, and it's just off the mark. Rebound goes to Stricker or Morris.
Just about turned it over. Morgan Dunlap has got to be ready for that. You're the point guard.
Gonna be a foul.
Timeout.
Timeout. Foul. Timeout. We'll take a timeout.
All right, timeout on the floor with 2:23 left. Argos up 36-30. We'll be back here in just a minute.
Hey everybody, I got exciting news. Country Lanes has a new state-of-the-art scoring system.
Come out, let your kids be mesmerized by the animated backgrounds. Take a safari trip to Jungle Jive or an outer space adventure in Cosmic Crush. Themes like the Kecklers or High Seas will entertain your little ones for hours. Choose extreme sports or click on Ninja Strike for martial arts. This high-spirited atmosphere is way cheaper than Cedar Point. Come out and visit Country Lanes for all your bowling fun.
All right, welcome back here. Closing minutes of the first game of the season for the Lady Dragons. They're up 36-30 over the Lady Comets. 2:23 left to go. And not been the prettiest game of the year. Well,
it's
definitely.
The first game of the year.
First.
So far,
put your headset on, Andy. Nobody can hear you.
So far, it is the prettiest game because it's all we've had to watch.
All right, you know what I mean. It's not the prettiest game. It is the first.
It's not
game
the prettiest
of the year.
game of basketball we've ever seen,
No.
and or commentated. We've seen some quality out of this gym. We've seen really, really good stuff out of these girls in the past, and they're coming around. They'll be fine. I like the fact that they're not giving up. They're out there hustling. It's the same five basically that's been working from the tip-off at the beginning of the game, with Carlton and Hoffman coming in for subs. But it's basically these groups so far, and, they've made it work. Dunlap drives, goes up with the left and puts it in.
You know what? They're being smart about it, though. If they were going to face guard Macy, then just pull her out and let the rest of the team have open shots.
It's a miss. Rebound, Stricker. Here comes Stricker.
Smart move there. Pulls
it
out.
Back.
Oh, wow. Could have been a foul.
Yeah, it could have been. Manikowski.
Go to the ball.
Dunlap has it. Dragons up by 8. Minute 46 left.
Yeah, this little scooper.
Dunlap with the last 4 points.
Yeah, she's got 12, 15, 16, 17 on the night.
17.
Wow. Great game for the sophomore.
Yep.
First start of her career. And she's come into play. There's a steal and a turnover. Lady Dragons are taking control here in the last 2. There's a 3 for Dunlap, and it's good.
Dunlap has warmed up.
Dunlap with 20 now of the 43 for the Lady Dragons. Andy?
Yeah, I like it.
There's a star being born here tonight.
There it is. Oh, and there's a good bucket again. And a quick timeout.
Morgan Dunlap came to play tonight, and she's had the last 7 of the Lady Dragons points, and they're up by 11 now with 1:02 left. And I think the Lady Comets gave them everything they had, the young Comet team.
And now they're running out of energy, and it's starting to show.
Yeah, and I like what they've done. They put, ever since they put Hubenthal face guarding Macy, okay, you don't want her to get the ball, that's fine. We'll take her out here in the corner, run her around the baseline or whatever, and let Morgan kind of have a free reign. It just opens up the middle for her. So the Lady Dragons pulling away here late with the 43-32 lead.
All right.
Looks like they, boy, it was kind of scary there. We were down to a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter.
They kept we'd get 6, it'd be up by 6, down, then back down, only up by 1. Yeah. We trailed the game for a long time there at the beginning, just waking them up. So,
yeah, you had the lead. Lady Comets did at the first quarter, and then Lady Dragons were able to come back. Big second quarter, 4-point lead at the half, 3-point lead at the third quarter, and now they've opened it up. It's 11-point lead with a minute left. And little full court pressure here by the Comets.
And Dunlap, I'm going to kick it to Kuntz, puts it up for 2, and it's good from the baseline.
Kuntz is good on that. You get her that ball right there, and she hit one of those in the scrimmage off of a nice kick, and if she gets her feet underneath her, she's got a nice jumper.
Stripped by Manikowski, picked up. Dunlap looks, takes it, lays it in for 2.
All right, another timeout. The Lady Dragons are opening up a can here now in the last minute of the game. 47-32 over the Lady Comets. We'll take a quick break and be back here in just a few minutes. Actually, 30 seconds.
All right.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we know that buying your first home can be an overwhelming process.
The mortgage experts at First Federal Savings Bank will work with you from application to closing.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we pay standard closing costs for our first-time home buyers.
We offer free pre-approvals and local loan servicing throughout the life of your loan.
Stop in and talk with one of our mortgage lenders and take the worry out of buying your first home.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Openings happen.
All righty, here we go. Last 34.9 seconds. Lady Dragons pulling away. 15-point lead now. Lady Comets ball far side.
Shot up, and it's no good. Rebound, Morris. Morris kicks it over to Dunlap. Well, I guess they wanted to shut down the senior, and they have, for lack of a better term.
Well, yeah,
she hasn't really shot because there's no reason to. When I'm covered out here wide, we talked about it. She's drawing the players out, leaving it open for the other players to take an easy bucket or layup. It works. It's smart, unselfish. I like it.
Well, that's one thing. She's never been a selfish player, and she's willing to do whatever it takes, whether it means not getting a lot of points. And Morgan has stepped up. She misses the free throw, but yeah, 15-point lead here now for the Lady Dragons.
10 seconds left.
Morgan still working hard on the defense.
Manikowski. And here's a quick 3, and it's off the mark.
That's going to do it. Your final score here for the first game of the season. Lady Dragons 47, Lady Comets 32. And Lady Dragons will move to 1-0 on the young season. Lady Comets will fall to 0-1. So I'll get some totals here for you, and be right back in just a minute with the post game here from Phil Waybright Gymnasium, where the Lady Dragons win 47-32.
What is he doing?
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argos. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on rtc4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argos. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
All right, welcome back here to the post-game show. Lady Dragons victorious 47-32 over the Lady Comets. Let's see if we can do this.
What do you got?
There's a little Andy.
Aye. Hello.
All right.
Great. You turned the camera on us for this?
I turned the camera on us. I don't know why. So
okay.
Well, the final tally for the Lady Comets, Emily Holt led the Lady Comets with 13.
No surprise.
Ali Weiss had 12.
Very good.
Hubenthal, the freshman, with 4 on 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And Ashlyn Klein with 3 for the Lady Dragons, leading all scorers tonight. Morgan Dunlap had 7 at the half, comes out and has a huge second half, 23 points for Morgan.
Oh, there you go.
Manikowski with 7. Kuntz and Morris and Stricker all had 5. And Cagney Hoffman with 3. So good balance for the Lady Dragons. Great second half effort. Great fourth quarter all around for the Lady Dragons. They pulled away. They were only up 3 at the end of the third quarter and pulled away for the 15-point victory. So, Andy, your thoughts here after the first game?
Well, you know, it shows we're young. They were covering her, face guarding Stricker, and she handled it well because all she did was create more openings for the rest of the team to step up in the second half. She'll relax. Yeah, she got herself in some foul trouble at first half, but they'll come around. The Dragons were just uptight, nervous. First game jitters. You got younger players, really young, with Morris and Hoffman, although Hoffman came off the bench tenacious and very tough. But Morris needs to relax. She's a great shooter, and once she relaxes, she's going to be a big contributor. Manikowski is hustling, as always. Get the girls' knee pads on and or elbow pads because she's already banged up and bruised up, and you could see it. But, you know, it's not we can't sit and judge and compare them to teams in the past. You can never do that. You can't do that from one year to the next, no matter who it is. There's different players, different positions, different runs, different teams that they're playing. So it's never a fair comparison. But one thing's for sure, Stricker is going to be key for this team, and so is Morgan Dunlap, and they got to work to where they are going to be the two that leads this group. There's no doubt about it, and Macy has to make sure she doesn't get herself in foul trouble, and then rely on Morris for the nice, calm shot, and Kuntz, who had a couple nice baskets, running the court all day long, and Manikowski on the defensive end. So, you know, there's plenty to grow on in this game.
Here's a good thing to look at for the Lady Dragons fourth quarter wise. They scored 14 points, no turnovers.
There you go.
While only allowing 2 points for the Lady Comets and forcing 6 turnovers. So
first quarter we had how many turnovers compared to
6 turnovers for the Lady Dragons?
Yes. So how's, you know, look at that difference by just a 1/2 maturity.
Right.
How's it's changed?
6 turnovers first quarter, 3 turnovers second quarter, 3 turnovers third quarter, and no turnovers in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So
it's already a movement forward, and that's what we were just talking about. Yep. So they're going to be good to go.
Hey, you know what? They got the win.
You betcha.
They start off the season 1-0, and they'll be back here on Saturday night for Bethany Christian. And that's another game. It's going to be Bethany's first game of the year, so we don't know a whole lot about them as well. They did graduate several key players last year too, so it'll be another one of those probably up and down games, and but it's a winnable game for the Lady Dragons.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you, the big one for the Lady Dragons, first big one of the year, is going to be coming up next Tuesday on the road at Triton. Number 10 Triton Lady Trojans, number 11 Argos Lady Dragons, and that's going to be a game to watch. And we're going to be over there broadcasting that one live. We will be here on Saturday recording that, but we will not be live. We will have that out as soon as we can. I'm going to be down at Pioneer High School tomorrow night. Get to call a football game. I'm excited.
Where am I going? I'm going to be here at what is that? Variety show.
Variety? You want to film?
No, I don't.
We need somebody to film.
No, well, you got Stearns standing around here somewhere.
He's not on the payroll anymore. So, if you guys don't have anything going on tomorrow, you want to watch a great high school football game, tune in to RTC Channel 4 in Rochester, or go to rtc4.com, and we're going to have full coverage of the Pioneer Panthers 11-0, going for their fifth straight sectional championship against the Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. I tell you what, 8 of the last 9 winners of this game have gone on to the state championship game.
Wowzers.
And won 7 of the 8, I believe.
Wow.
So
Man,
Pioneers looking to get back there. They made it to the state championship game last year, lost to Linton in a tough one down there at Lucas Oil Field. They're looking to get back. They've got a stud quarterback in Jack Kaiser.
Yeah.
And just a huge game tomorrow, Lafayette Catholic Pioneer. So tune in tomorrow. I'll be down there with Casey Hines. He's a local Pioneer guy, and then Scott Sager's going to be running the board for us. So should be a fun game there from Pioneer High School. So for Andy Stone, Philly Dilly Dean on the camera for us tonight.
Bye, Phil.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Lady Dragons 1-0 on the young season. And we'll see you again here on Saturday for the Bethany Christian game.